Hello again, everyone. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw Supershow review for the night, July the 9th, 2012, aka the final Raw before the Money in the Bank pay-per-view. Now, despite the fact we had a lot of matches, we had, 6 matches tonight, and there was only 2 that lasted more than a minute. 4 lasted less than 60 seconds, about 40 minutes. A lot of squashes tonight. Heading towards the pay-per-view. Trying to make us excited. Like some storyline building, including an ever-going storyline that's got a little bit more weirder than ever. Heading towards this Sunday. And more competitors were added to a Money in the Bank ladder match. But it's not the one we thought. Let's kick it off with, the ongoing storyline I was referring to. The whole AJ, Daniel Bryan, and CM Punk love triangle. Of course, we saw the recaps from last week's Raw and SmackDown. CM Punk got pushed into Daniel Bryan after AJ kissed him. Of course, we all know AJ kissed Bryan and Punk doing a segment on SmackDown. And it began tonight with AJ strutting around in the ring like she always does, skipping along, trying to act cute, you know what I mean. She, of course, talked about how she's going to affect the match, but, of course, she's, of course, the special guest referee. She was like, I know what this means. My actions will affect the match, yada, yada, yada. Talk about that. And here comes Punk. AJ called him out. And Punk said last week on SmackDown he thinks AJ should get psychological help. AJ claims that she is stable. But I think like a code tonight. She's not crazy. She's got a plan. We'll probably find out her plan Sunday. But this whole silliness does get a little bit crazy as AJ proposed to CM Punk tonight. Because she's like, hey, Punk, I kissed you last week and I saw your eyes of love. And just as Punk was about to make that decision, here comes Daniel Bryan saying, I didn't want to interrupt a proposal today. I didn't think I would today. But I woke up going to propose. So he proposed too. And while AJ had some time to think about it, because Punk said we all should think about it, we found out who tonight's mysterious GM was tonight. The anonymous GM was back. For one and only, the ding-a-ding of the Raw GM made its appearance yet again. So, he made the main event, which was CM Punk and AJ against Daniel Bryan and Eve. And shit went down during that match involving this whole storyline. Before we get to that, on to the first of, like I mentioned, 3 squashes. Well, there was a 4th, but it was a co-main event. Kick things off with Sheamus taking on Jack Swagger, where it was doomed from the start. Swagger is of course on a losing streak following losing Vicky Guerrero. And Sheamus gaining momentum following, of course, his attack from Alberto Del Rio last week, smashing his arm. And, of course, heading towards their match this Sunday at the PPV. Sheamus, it was basically a squash, delivering the right noise, less than 30 seconds, 1, 2, 3, victory for Sheamus. And although he didn't get it on with Alberto tonight, Alberto did appear on the screen taunting Sheamus about how he's going to take the world title this Sunday. We'll see what happens if Alberto's destiny will lead him back to the World Heavyweight Championship. At least this time, this match will happen. As we all know, it was supposed to happen at No Way Out. But thanks to Alberto's concussion, that match didn't happen, and Dolph Ziggler got the spot. And as from the looks of it, this match will happen. Alberto and Sheamus, for that matter, will be healthy for this match. Now, I don't know how Second match of the night, another quickie squash, which was involving 4 of the 7, well, would be 8 later on, men in the Money in the Bank ladder match for SmackDown. It was Tenzai teaming up with Dolph Ziggler against Tyson Kidd and Christian. Of course, we all know Tyson Kidd defeated Tenzai last week on Raw. Another quick match. Tyson tried to get some shots on Tenzai. Christian came in. And thanks for a little help from Sakamoto and a sneak attack from Dolph Ziggler, Tenzai literally squashed Christian with a big splash to get the victory for him and his team. But Tenzai wasn't done yet. Tenzai beat the crap out of Tyson Kidd following the match, of course still steaming from his loss against Tyson last week on Raw. He didn't attack Sakamoto this week. Well, he won for one thing. So Tenzai is of course in Money in the Bank. I'll give you my somewhat thoughts on SmackDown's Money in the Bank after a few more matches, including a qualifying match for it. Now on to, yes, our third squash of the night, which was Brodus Clay against Drew McIntyre. Like Jack Swagger, Drew McIntyre has been going down a downward spiral. The chosen one is now known as the loser one. Drew tried to get some shots, but it was another quickie squash. He went up the top rope. Brodus headbutted him on the shoulder. 1, 2, 3. Well, there is one good thing. At least we didn't see a Ryback squash. But anyway, another squash victory for Brodus Clay. Let's move on to a tag match involving the 4 men that will be in the Raw WWE title match, Money in the Bank match. It was John Cena teaming up with Kane, an odd couple there, against Jericho and Big Show. Jericho's playing a heel, but I'm saying he may tease a face turn, because he's been saying his catchphrases a lot lately and telling the crowd to get on him during the match. So we could see a possible face turn from Jericho before he leaves again. I mean, you know. Anyway, this main event type match was a decent one. At least it builds a little bit for the title match. What makes up for the fact there's only 4 guys in this one is the excitement that this match kind of added for the match. Cena was basically kind of a mini Super Cena match. He's getting his butt whipped and had some decent moments with Kane and Big Show, but John Cena was about to nail the victory as he was about to nail Jericho with the FU, which he did, following Jericho putting him in the wall of Jericho. But as Cena was trying to pin Jericho after the FU, Big Show pulled him out, causing, well, the referee called it disqualification. But who knows? But there you go. Big Show beat the crap out of Cena and grabbed 2 ladders and used them as weapons against Kane and Jericho. But then Cena got back up and nailed Big Show with a ladder, because Cena's all fired up and promising to win Money in the Bank. Now, this is Cena's first ever Money in the Bank ladder match. But this is so weird that we have 4 guys in it, and they've had it anybody. But you know, this match would be decent. But I'm just feeling, and I think everyone knows, Super Cena's gonna win. Because I don't want Big Show to be champion. Kane's already won Money in the Bank. Jericho may be leaving to go on a little summer tour with Fozzy. So the only logical guy to win this is Cena. So the match would be decent, but if y'all thought SmackDown's Money in the Bank was gonna suck, now Raw's could, especially if Cena wins. So there you go. Speaking of SmackDown's Money in the Bank, well, like I mentioned, we added no one for the Raw Money in the Bank, and they probably won't. There goes the predictions of Miz and Mysterio being involved. We had a SmackDown qualifier. Yes, a SmackDown Money in the Bank qualifier on Raw. 7 men had entered. We saw 4 of them wrestle tonight, which were Dolph Ziggler, Tenzai, Tyson Kidd, Dolph Ziggler and Christian. Yeah, those 4. We saw Santino backstage looking for the anonymous GM, which would be involved in our main event tonight, co-main event. And Damien Sandow and Cody Rhodes. Those 7 have entered. We had 1 more spot to fill. Yes, it was an 8-man Money in the Bank for SmackDown. It was Sin Cara versus The one-man band. Heath Slater. Another squash tonight. I said 4 squashes. How about 5 squashes? But anyway, this match lasted more than a minute. But basically, Slater got his butt whipped. We all knew he was going to enter Sin Cara. But hopefully Sin Cara, who is in the Money in the Bank this year, has better luck this year. We all know last year Sin Cara botched his landing a bit in the Money in the Bank and got injured a little bit last year. Hopefully Sin Cara doesn't botch a lot this Money in the Bank. And from his recent matches, he hasn't been botching that much. I think he's adapted more to the WWE style of wrestling, so we'll see what Sin Cara does this Sunday, but I'm still betting on Christian to be the winner of Money in the Bank for SmackDown. Now on to our Cole main event. God, I can't believe this match actually happened. I agree with Michael Cole on 2 points tonight. Number 1, I agree with them about AJ having a little plan, not acting crazy, but manipulating, playing mind games. I agree with Michael Cole on another thing. No one wanted to see Jerry Lawler against Michael Cole, yet the oblivious WWE Universe voted on it. We don't like to see Michael Cole wrestle. The matches are too silly and stupid. Well, point taken. As yes, the oblivious WWE Universe, I bet you all the kids, voted to yes have this match happen. And this was stupid from the start. Booker T had to push back Michael Cole to get a helicopter thing. 1, 2, 3. And it was just like WrestleMania all over again. Jerry Lawler won the match. But thanks to the interference of Booker T, the anonymous GM reversed the decision again and make Michael Cole win. WrestleMania 27 deja vu. But then, Santino came out because Santino was on the mystery hunt for the anonymous GM. Well, when I heard him say, "Are you under the ring?" I was like, shit, don't let it be who I think it is. It was Hornswoggle. And Hornswoggle started biting people, kicking people, including Michael Cole. So there you go. Hornswoggle was the anonymous GM for the night. In a stupid co-main event. God, can we just please don't see Michael Cole ever wrestle again? We've seen him wrestle against Cena a few weeks ago. Hopefully tonight we never see Michael Cole wrestle on TV again. Before we get to our main event, I forgot to mention after the Heath Slater Sin Cara match, our Raw returning legend for the night, yes it was indeed, Mr. Bob Backlund showed up because he was mad he lost his Sin Cara. He's like any other WWE superstar, former champion, come on down. And it was Bob Backlund. Because once again, Heath Slater was the punching bag. Despite Heath playing coy with the handshake that turned into a cheap shot, Backlund, who looked pretty damn good for being 85, 60, well, it was like 60, 70, whatever. Backlund nailed the cross-faced chicken wing on Mr. Slater. Speaking of a 1000th Raw, The Rock has been announced to return to Raw in 2 weeks. But the big question is, during Raw's 1000th, will Rock be there live or via satellite? I'm guessing via satellite. Nonetheless, whether it's live or via satellite or not, this will be Rock's first appearance on Raw since the night after WrestleMania. Of course, we know Rock wants to be WWE Champion again. We'll see what happens with The Rock in 2 weeks, but it'll be great to see him no matter what capacity. Now on to our main event. A mixed tag match involving CM Punk teaming up with AJ against Eve and Daniel Bryan. Bryan and Punk kick things off. The match, decent back and forth things from these two guys. But then Punk was on a roll, but then AJ blind tagged herself in, forcing, of course, Eve to enter via mixed tag rules. AJ was like a ball of fire on Eve. She was all over Eve, but then Bryan, trying to impress AJ and trying to get her to marry him, did not accept the tag from AJ, from Eve. He walked down the ring as Eve was trying to reach out for a tag, leaving Eve prone to an AJ attack to let basically gave AJ the victory. He didn't care about Punk winning, he just wanted AJ to win. And after the match, Bryan's like, I proved that I care about you more than any match. But then Punk's like, Bryan's just playing you. AJ. He wants to suck up to you to win the title. And I want to be honest with you. I declined your wedding offer, your marriage proposal. And AJ acted all sad, and then boom, slapped the smack out of CM Punk. But like last week, one gets it, the other does too. Bryan also got slapped by AJ. Like I said, last week, AJ kissed Bryan and then kissed Punk. And this week, AJ slaps Punk and slaps Daniel Bryan. So I guarantee you this Sunday, AJ will not only determine this whole storyline's potential ending, but also will, of course, be the special guest referee, and of course, she'll eventually get involved in the match and choose the winner, probably be a future husband or whatever. See what happens this Sunday is she's a special guest referee, but I predict AJ will be involved, literally, costing whoever loses the match this Sunday for the WWE Championship. She knows her actions will affect the match, her actions will indeed tell the story this Sunday at Money in the Bank. Like I said, go home show. It was okay, silly squashes, but this whole AJ Punk and Bryan thing's gotten more crazy and somewhat interesting for Sunday. The Raw Money in the Bank match. I'm pissed that no one's added. That's just gonna be a fatal 4-way this Sunday. But and I'm feeling Cena may win. And we'll see what happens Sunday. I hope it's a decent Money in the Bank pay-per-view. I hope it's good. Hope maybe I bet you it won't be as good as last year's Money in the Bank, but could be decent. But there you go. That's it for my Raw review. Thank you all very much for watching. That in mind, you've all been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you very much. Have a great night. See you later. Yeah.